In the month of June, I was able to make $37,621 in one single month using this very simple yet profitable ICT daily bias strategy. Now, most IC traders struggle with finding daily bias because they don't have a proper system that allows them to understand when the market will be bullish and when the market will be bearish. But after teaching this strategy to thousands and thousands of traders, I'm going to reveal my top performing system that has allowed me to make 5 figures in the month of June. Now, before we begin, if you're already not part of my public Telegram that has well over 20,000 students, 100% for free, make sure to check and join that public Telegram. The link will be in the description below. I go over my weekly outlooks where I go over the concepts that I teach here on YouTube. So let's go ahead and let's get into the presentation. Now, first of all, guys, right? So $37,621 in 1 month with this simple daily bias system. This is my top performing system. And before we get into it, let's go ahead. I'm going to show you guys some proof. Because again, we need to verify everything. These are all verifiable payouts. It's not someone showing you one screenshot of an MT4. It's not someone just, screen recording and showing you guys a P&L statement. It's verifiable proof from third-party firms. So again, here we have on these dates right here, June 3rd, $11,833.64. And I got $4,300 from funding pips. Case right here, 2 payouts. Again, all these are on 100K accounts. And make sure you're subscribed because I have a video that's coming out on how I approach prop firms to guarantee myself payouts. So again, this was about $6,000 in total from June 13th and June 17th. Then again, towards the end of June, $5,830 and $7,115.83. So great month of June. And again, I was trading a very simple system that I'm going to show you right now. The reality is this. I know people might not like what I'm about to say, but this was easy for me to do with what I'm about to teach you guys today. Now, I have multiple trading systems with different variables to each, but in this specific video, I will give you access to one of my favorites that can help you become profitable. I know people think this is cliche, but you guys are going to see how effective and simple this system truly is. Understanding the engulfing bar. If you guys have been watching any of my content recently, you know that I've been talking about the engulfing bar and how powerful it is. So here on the left, we have the bullish engulfing, and then on the right, we have the bearish engulfing. So the bullish engulfing, let's go ahead and first define our terms and what this is. So price sweeps, you guys are going to see, price sweeps the prior bar low and closes above the prior bar's opening price. This is very, very important for us to note. Bearish engulfing bar, simple. Price sweeps the prior bar high and it closes below the prior bar's opening price. It does not have to necessarily close below the low. And as in this example right here on the left side, for the bullish engulfing, it didn't close above that prior high. As long as it closes above the opening price of the prior bar, right there we have our variables. So again, only 2 key components. Very easy to spot on the charts. Now, the goal is to use this as a potential directional cue on where the market is likely to go. I use this bar in order for me to give me a directional bias for the next candle or for the next few candles, depending on the structure of the marketplace. The goal, it's not to just use this blindly, however, even though it's extremely effective on its own. Coupling this with some SMC concepts will give us the best moves and chance for success. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at a few examples. Now, right here, we see that we have that bar forming, the bullish engulfing bar, and we have that move up. Now, I'm going to talk about time frame in a little while. However, if this is a 4-hour time frame, weekly or daily time frame, these right here are significant price runs in price. Now, let's add some context to that exact example. Look at how price swept liquidity, right? So again, price swept the liquidity, so price took out a discount level, price rallies lower, and then what we have here, we have the engulfing bar that forms a bullish engulfing. Price sweeps the prior bars low, we close above the full candle, but again, as long as it's above the opening price, that's what defines our engulfing bars. And then what do? We look for the next premium objective. Price has this order block in here, this prior consolidation point, before the market had a rally lower. And that's the exact point that the market had a turning point. Now, obviously it went higher, but the way I like to trade, you guys, if you guys have been following me for any length of time, I like to trade it from one level to the next. Now, again, this example was an illustration of the market going from a discount level to a premium inside of a reversal profile. So let me go back again. Again, this is a reversal profile because the market, essentially we're kind of trading a little bit of counter trend relative to this impulse leg. So swing high, down to swing low. Price is at a discount level because we swept liquidity. And then we have an impulse move up. Beautiful, beautiful trade idea. And again, once you get this confirmation bar, you can then look to trade it to the next level. Again, guys, if this is a daily candle, if this is a 4-hour candle or a weekly candle, there's enough of a range for us to play. Now, let's take a look of an illustration from discount to premium inside of a continuation profile. Because for me personally, I like continuations a little bit more. Reversals, they can get a little bit tricky, and there's a little bit more variables and context that needs to be there when we're trading reversals. So we have here swing low to swing high, and ironically enough, we have another bullish engulfing, and we had a bearish one. And again, you guys are going to see this all over your charts once you start backtesting this because it is extremely effective and it just stands out completely. So from this price range, swing low to swing high, price comes into that 62 area. So we're inside of a discount. And what do we form here? We form a beautiful engulfing bar. This engulfing bar also sweeps that prior bar, but we also sweep that liquidity. So we have a prior consolidation point. The market drops lower and we have a displacement move up. So this specific engulfing bar also has taken out liquidity from the prior structure to the left. That is very critical. When we have a bunch of confluence coming together like this, we're going to have very strong moves. Now, we know that if the market is in a bullish structure, this right here, our higher high, is our potential objective. And as we see here, the market has a move up. We start to retrace a little bit, come back and fill this inefficiency in price. Price then has another move up, and then price again starts to push until we reach to that objective. So again, notice how this bar right here set the stage for the bias for us to trade long going into the following couple hours or days, again, depending on the time frame. So we've looked at a few bullish examples. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at a few bearish ones. So look at how we have this candle bar here. It takes out that prior candle's high, and we also close below the candle's opening price. The reason why I also like this one is because it took out multiple prior candles. So there's a bunch of liquidity that was taken out in this wick right here. So there's so much trap traders. There's so many people that have gotten liquidated. And now what happens next once the liquidation happens? The market then starts to head lower and we start to have a downward trend moving forward for the next few candles. Again, let's take a look at another example. Look at how price forms an engulfing bar right here. Beautiful. We also took out the liquidity from the prior structure inside this consolidation. We hit that fair value gap. So this one actually formed at a premium level. Let's see what happens next. Price then, the next few bars, we start to continue lower and we start to drive lower in price. Now, if we have a draw on liquidity, so let's just say there was a draw on liquidity, there was some sort of higher time frame level that we were targeting, whether that higher time frame level was a fair value gap, whether that higher time frame was an order block, whatever the case may be, when we can couple this up with the draw on liquidity, this becomes extremely powerful because we can use this somewhat as a entry or confirmation tool. Now remember, it's important to know that it's best to use this in conjunction with multiple SMC concepts to make sure you aren't trading any bar to maximize your potential earnings. Again, guys, if we see a bar, let's just say a bullish bar, and we understand that that bullish bar is giving us confirmation for the potential low that is formed, and we know that there's a potential for a 50 pip 60 pip rally based on a draw of liquidity on a higher time frame, this gives us so much more room for us to maximize on that trade and to pick the best candles to trade. Now it's time for you guys to go ahead and backtest it, and you'll find out for yourself how well this works. But before you do, make sure to subscribe and share this video with someone that this video can help. Our goal here is to help as many traders as possible here on YouTube and become the go-to channel for trading education that actually works. So many times you guys will see people who talk about concepts they don't actually trade, and so many people will just parrot what everyone else is saying versus actually coming up with their systems that they've traded for years. I have over 6 years of experience, over multiple six figures in payouts and profits on my own personal accounts, reaching to that 7-figure status. So again, guys, I have experience. I will share a lot of that experience here on the channel. So make sure to join along for the journey. And if you're not, join the public Telegram where I show you guys how I use these concepts on a consistent basis. And if you guys want more videos like this and another video on daily bias, let me know in the comment section below.